Have you ever held a deceased child in your arms?
I've served my country.
I've served my
country for 34 years.
I find your
This
comments
is out of
disgusting
control.
as well.
I've served my country for 34 years. And yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms in back of that tractor trailer. I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like. And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do in my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed.
We are out here in the beautiful state of Arizona in Casa Grande. We are just honored and privileged to have the Border Czar, the first, I would argue, true Border Czar our nation has ever seen, Tom Homan. And we've got Matt, who's the National President of the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association. I understand that you guys, you're a longtime member of FLEOA too, right?
Yep, I started FLEOA in the very beginning. And I was an agent. I was a special agent just north of Casa Grande in Phoenix. We did a lot of criminal investigations down in Casa Grande through the Indian Reservation Land Smuggling Group. So this is kind of home. This is where I started as a special agent. Of course, I started at Border Czar in California, but as a criminal investigator, I started here. And yeah, I was a member of FLEOA for a long time.
For the first time in over 4 years now, you have the morale that is up. You have the people that know that they can do their jobs for what they are hired to do their jobs for. They have the backing of you and the administration.
I'm honored every day to wake up in the morning and working for the greatest president of my lifetime. Like or love him, you can't argue his success on the border and immigration security. President Trump did in 5 weeks what Joe Biden couldn't or wouldn't do in 4 years. Went from 1,800 gotaways a day. The other day it was 41 across the entire border.
Wow.
Now, we got more work to do, but that's the game change that Border Czar created. And the second number I'd like, under Joe Biden administration, the first 3 months of his administration, he released 184,000 illegal aliens in the country. Border Czar processed them, released them in the country. Hit 184,000 in 3 months. What did Trump do in 3 months? 9.
Last April, Kyle, myself, and a camera crew, we were out in Arizona. We were out in Texas as well. Went down to Eagle Pass. We were hearing all the news media, Biden administration news media saying that Border Patrol is not allowed to be in Shelby Park, that Border Patrol is not working with the state and locals, all this stuff about divide and divide and divide. Hey, let's see what's actually going on out here. And we see Border Patrol boats dropping in the water of the Rio Grande. And we say, I just saw the news 5 minutes ago saying that they're not allowed here. Kyle and myself were trying to show the positive and the true stories of what's going on with law enforcement, not the lies that are out there that they want to persuade everybody that's happening.
They didn't fix anything. Well, they did create a couple of programs they call Legal Pathways, the CBP One app and the CHNV program, right? So they're bringing thousands of illegal aliens to these two programs, calling it a legal pathway, which it wasn't. Fred, of course, said it wasn't. It's a shell game. Let's create this program, bring 30,000 a month through the CHNV program, Cuba, Nicaragua, Haiti, and Venezuela. Then let's bring thousands a day through the port of entries on the CBP One app. The same illegal population that's south of the border, but we're going to put them in 3 buckets. They did that to show, okay, border crossings are down. No, they're not. You're just bringing thousands in through these ridiculous programs you created.
I never would have imagined that we would see the mainstream media advocating to keep violent terrorists and violent cartel members here, and yet here we are. But they talked about how, all right, President Trump and Tom Homan have effectively closed off the border, so why do we have to start kicking people out now? Can you talk a little bit about some of the gotaways and some of the people that came through and why there's such grave concerns over terrorism, illicit drugs, sex trafficking?
Under Biden in 4 years, they've arrested over 400 people in terrorist watch that's come across on the border. 400. Under Trump's first 4 years, we had 13. So if we have 400 that got arrested, obviously they were morons because terrorists are trained how to evade law enforcement. We got 2.2 million gotaways. 2.2 million. We know our gotaways. So we got on video traffic, drone traffic, sensor traffic, tracked by the Border Patrol. 2.2 million people paid more to get away. Cartels will charge you a much higher fee to evade law enforcement and get to your final destination. So why did 2.2 million people pay more to get away? So it's important now that we go look for these people and remove them. President Trump committed the massive biggest deportation operation in the history of the nation. However, we're going to prioritize public safety threats and national security threats. That's exactly what we're doing. They didn't care about vetting of these millions coming across. Vetting was never an issue for them then. But all of a sudden, now they want to vet every deportation. It's ridiculous. What we're doing is removing terrorists from this country every day. And it's remarkable that any judge would order you to return terrorists to this country. It's remarkable that the media don't want to talk about this.
Some would say that you're absolutely crazy for taking this position. You should be golfing, you should be enjoying your life, but this has come at a tremendous cost to you personally, to your family. Talk to me a little bit about what has happened here and why you're still continuing to do this.
Because I give a shit. I care. I love my country. And, I became a law enforcement officer. My dad was a cop. My grandfather was a cop. I knew I was going to be a cop. But because of things I've seen on the border in 40 years. I mean, I've stood in the back of a tractor trailer and 19 dead people that baked to death, including a 5-year-old boy. I've talked to little girls as young as 9. Get on your knees to talk to these little girls. They've been raped multiple times by these animals in the cartel. Everything innocent and pure blood little girl's been ripped from her. She'll never be the same. She has no faith in humanity anymore. When we look in those eyes, there's just a child whose eyes should be full of wonder and excitement. They're dead. Their soul has been ripped out of them. For the last 4 years on the Biden administration, I woke up every day. This is not exaggeration. Maybe I'm crazy. Every day I woke up pissed off because we gave the Biden administration the most secure border in our lifetime, means less people are dying. Secure border saves lives. I didn't smile to the day of the election. I knew we'll have a chance to come back and secure the border and save lives. Many groups have done studies. There's 31% of women that make that journey through cartels get sexually assaulted. So when President Trump right now has 94% decline, when 94% less people are coming, how many women aren't being raped? How many children aren't drowning in the river? How many women and children aren't sex trafficked in the country? How many pounds of fentanyl isn't gets into the country to kill Americans? How many billions of dollars cartels not making? That's why I'm back. When President Trump called me, the second time I came out of retirement, my wife's a little pissed off. But when he called me up, first words out of his mouth, you've been bitching about it for 4 years. You want to fix it. So how do you say no to the president? So I came back. And you're right, there's a huge financial sacrifice. I got a lot of death threats. That's why I have a security detail. My family's been threatened. I got state troopers on my house 24/7. But my family are patriots too. They love the country as much as I do. And in all honesty, when I made a decision to come back, my family supported me because they know how I feel about this issue. I love this president. We're going to keep a promise to American people to secure the border, run a deportation operation, and find over 300,000 missing children that the Biden administration released to unvetted sponsors. I'll retire when I feel comfortable that we completed the mission. We got more of the mission to do.
You got another 7.5 years, so caffeine up. Tom, in closing, there are a lot of parents out there right now, people like me, that we get fed misinformation all the time from CNN and CNBC, and parents are sitting there going, well, what really is happening? Can you talk directly to the parents?
First I want to let you know the men and women we're agreeing, the men and women in Border get vilified every day. The men and women of ICE that get vilified every day, they're mothers and fathers too. They have children too. And none of these men and women hang their heart on a wall, on a hook when they leave for the house and go to work. These people are the finest 1% this country has. They put a gun on their hip and wear a Kevlar vest. That's their tools of the trade. And some don't come home. For the parents out there, we're trying to make this country safer. When you secure the border, it means less fentanyl to kill your children. Or the quarter million kids have died under Joe Biden administration because of fentanyl. Securing the border is going to reduce these overdose deaths, hopefully eliminate it. By declaring the cartels terrorist organizations, President Trump's going to wipe the cartels off the face of the earth that push that drug across the border. Human trafficking, child sex trafficking, 300,000 missing children, many of them are in forced labor, many of them are forced sex trafficking. We already found some. We rescue them. We got to find a lot more. We want to make a safe country for your children and your grandchildren. And we're on the way to doing it. Again, every day, President Trump's making a difference, making this country safer. By every illegal alien criminal we arrest, every public safety threat we arrest, every terrorist we arrest, this country becomes safer.
On behalf of FLEOA, that we appreciate everything that you're doing. We appreciate everything that Secretary Noem, everything that President Trump, everything that AG Bondi is doing. We are happy and proud to be able to do our jobs again, knowing that we have the backing of people like yourself.
Well, look, it's real important that you guys have our six. We need people like you out there telling the truth. And thank God you guys are engaged in this. Because as you know, 95% of the media is just false. I'm sick and tired of the lies. And we need organizations like you and people like you out there and tell the American people the truth. So thank you, that makes a difference. And educating American people are important. That's a big part of what you all do. So I'm happy to work with you, collaborate with you. And today it's just beginning. I hope to engage you a lot more often across the southwest border, the northern border, and the interior operation. You got to come on interior operation, tell American people how ICE does their job. It's not sweeping the neighborhood looking for people different for us. It's a target enforcement operation. We arrest really bad people. And it's professionally done. So you need to come on those operations and tell that story to American people and keep doing what you're doing. I love you guys for what you do.
And guys, parting message to everybody who's watching this in law enforcement. So law enforcement and Blue Lives Matter, law enforcement today and Blue Lives Matter are the largest police news outlet in the world, but we also believe in accountability. And so for any of the far left sheriffs or police chiefs right now who are taking positions that they will not uphold and support President Trump and Tom Homan on immigration and deportation efforts, just understand that we will not have your six in that positioning. We will call it out. We will expose it to the community because the law is the law. And this is all about the safety and security of the American people. So this man, our president, and the brave men and women who put on a uniform every single day to serve and protect our communities and our country, that is who we fight for because they are fighting for your family. So God bless you all. God bless America. And thank you again, Tom.